Candidates for State Senator, District 16. Taylor Kirby. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, no website listed. It has been my great privilege to serve on the Casa Grande Union High School Governing Board, starting in 2020, where I have advocated for teachers and students. In this time, I have worked with talented and dedicated staff who are passionate about student success. However, our legislature has continued to not give schools the resources they need to be successful. As a father, I have grown increasingly concerned for my daughters who are growing up in underfunded Casa Grande schools. Our legislature must address the issue of education and work to move democracy forward. We must make voting more accessible and work across the aisle to solve our state's toughest challenges. When elected, I will be a strong advocate for our children's education and diligently fight to protect democracy for their generation. Thomas T.J. Shope. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.tjshope.com. This election is critical for Arizona. Each voter must ask themselves, who will best represent me in the state Senate? T.J. Shope has a distinguished record of standing up for the people he represents. T.J. Shope knows the issues very well and has fought for and delivered for his constituents. T.J. Shope also fought for policies that helped bring desperately needed jobs to our area, such as Lucid and Nikola Motors. For many years, T.J. Shope has been a leading advocate for safe neighborhoods and has worked to provide law enforcement with the tools and the funding they need to get the job done and keep criminals off our streets. T.J. Shope was instrumental in the forming of the Arizona DPS Border Strike Force and continues to fight for what it needs to keep our border secure. T.J. Shope knows parents should be the ones to determine the best education for their children and has fought to give you, as a parent, the biggest voice. Your vote for T.J. Shope for State Senate will ensure that we keep an honest leader who is a real friend of the people and unafraid to fight for you. More information available at www.tjshope.com.
Candidates for State Representative, District 16. Rob Huddleston. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, none listed. Arizona is a national leader in job creation and economic growth. So a big part of what our legislature needs to do is keep our state on the right track. That means pro-growth policies, greater infrastructure, long-term water plans, quality K-12 schools and universities, and safe communities. Amazingly, today's Democratic candidates are campaigning on defunding the police, closing charter schools, and eliminating school choice for parents, and turning our K-12 schools into labs where our kids are the test subjects. They want higher taxes, more regulations, and basically want to turn Arizona into California. No, thank you. I'll work for common sense legislation to protect kids, families, small businesses, agriculture, and taxpayers. I'll support efforts to secure our border, end the deadly flow of fentanyl and other drugs, and stop human trafficking. I'll support our police and fire and give them the tools they need to keep themselves and us safe. I am a husband, 28 years, a father of 7, a pastor, and small business owner. I am deeply rooted in our community, and I've been called to public service because I believe our state and country needs more regular Joes running for office. My only special interest will be you.
Teresa Martinez. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, martinezforarizona.com. After working for 20 years to get Republican candidates elected and working in their official offices, I am blessed to have the opportunity to serve my community. My priorities as Arizona representative include protecting local businesses, developing the economy in face of inflation, and helping to bring high-paying jobs to her district. Transportation infrastructure is an important point of focus, especially as it pertains to the I-10 expansion between Casa Grande and Chandler, as well as improvements on State Route 347 and 238 for the town of Maricopa. I will support legislation that makes our schools and our communities safer. I support law enforcement and the adequate funding they require to do their jobs effectively. My other priorities include school choice and empowering parents, election integrity, preserving rural communities, protecting our Second Amendment, and water.
Keith Seaman, Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, Seaman4Arizona.com. I moved to Arizona in 1974 to start my first teaching job in Lake Havasu City. I continued teaching and began raising my family here. I went back to school at Northern Arizona University and earned a master's in teaching English. My love for teaching led me to reignite my passion for politics. Over the next 40 years, I dedicated my life to education while raising my daughter. I worked as a teacher, principal, and superintendent in Mojave County. My time in education showed me the problems that teachers and students face. I decided I wanted to be a part of the solution. Upon my retirement in 2010, I started volunteering more frequently with the Casa Grande and Pinal County Democrats. Then in 2018, I ran and won a seat on the Coolidge Unified School Board. As a school board member, I have worked to support local students, teachers, and the community. I am running to represent LD 16 in the state legislature because I want to continue my life's work of supporting our communities. If elected, I will fight for Arizona students, teachers, and families.